What's up, everybody? Welcome to the only hip-hop show with the hip-hop squad. And I am the main attraction in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I am LaRon Pierce, and this is the hip-hop squad. Introduce yourselves.
What's up, world? It's the one and only Dane Diesels. Blessed, as usual, to be here. Shouts out RMC for having us. Plains and Palm Trees for powering us. I'm going to pass it to my left.
What's up, y'all? It's Rashard 90302. Back once again for another week.
Why do you like the mic so close to the Pause. All right, never mind. Cat and I go. All right, I'm done. Go ahead.
He already getting started.
It's your girl, Cat and I. Around here with these guys here selling this stuff. But, you know, I'm always here.
Y'all know me. Sean said it. Sean August in the building. Pan and praying is everything to me. Bless.
What's good? It's White Jade.
White Jade.
Hold up, White Jade. And man, I'm excited about this this Laker Clipper game. On a side note, real quick, I'm kind of watching that on the side.
People are excited.
I'm excited about it.
Never mind, I'm done. Just to formally get this show on the road.
Yes.
You feel me? We have the honorable. First, let's start at the foundation. We have the barber, Walters. We have the entrepreneur. We have the author. We also have, I would like to say, a philanthropist as well. Definitely huge part of our hip-hop culture today. The only Kenyatta Griggs in the motherfucking building. Hip-hop motivator himself. You feel where the automatic claps at, White Jay?
That's what I'm saying. We got
some good shit in this motherfucker.
Clap for myself.
Absolutely.
Oh, there we go.
Absolutely.
Oh, LP in the building.
We on.
Oh, we got it,
We
baby.
official now.
Hey, hell yeah.
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure to have you in the building, sir.
Welcome.
You feel me?
Definitely.
And if you see my sweater, my man Kenyatta gave me the shirt off his motherfucking back. You feel me?
Exact.
Just to make sure I'm making sure I'm repping and I'm motivating. You feel me? But before we get into that, you feel me? We already talked about my haircut. Exactly. You feel me? Let's talk about your foundation, man. When you became a barber, did you know it was gonna unfold to this? You feel me? Fresh out of a lineup, fresh off the taper fade, you feel me?
You know what, man? My desire was really to cut entertainers from the beginning.
Got you.
You know, as soon as I got in the game. That was just my desire, and what I did was I started actually lying about cutting entertainers. And you know, I didn't know about the law of attraction back then.
Oh
you know what I'm saying, which is an actual law, but I knew that I found out later on that all that lying about cutting certain people to my family out in North Carolina and, you know, saying I'm going to cut this person or that person, it actually became true.
Absolutely.
You know, and a lot of these people I cut, I was just fans of them growing up. And then, you know, it's like a dream come true to be able to cut these people and have conversations with them.
It's pretty dope right there.
This is kind of off script a little bit because I wanted to talk about you being Barbara Walters. You feel me?
Right.
That's what I wanted to speak about. But you said something so key to my heart. I have to have a conversation with you about it.
Right.
And actually looking at the documentary, The Law of Attraction.
Right.
You feel me? You took the law. You read my favorite author, Napoleon Hill.
Right.
And you put a twist on it, man.
Right.
Tell me your first encounter with Think and Grow Rich, and what did it do to you right off the bat? You feel me?
Well, Think and Grow Rich was one of the first books I read in full.
In full, absolutely.
Besides, well, the first book I read in full was the autobiography of Malcolm X.
Cover to cover.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cover to cover.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? I've always had knowledge of self. But when I read Think and Grow Rich, it opened my eyes up to the infinite possibilities that we all have as individuals. You know, but we're not individuals because we're all connected to the same bloodline, spiritual bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Some people call it the source, some people call it Allah, some people call it God, whatever you want to call it. You know, we're all connected to the same spiritual bloodline. All races of people, we're all connected. And that book just opened my eyes up beyond just doing business, you know what I'm saying? Just being a good person and how, you know, everything is karmic, you know what I'm saying? Everything has karma to it. Everything is cause and effect. Exactly. Everything has polarity, you know, and I just always been an adamant study. I study a lot, you know, I read a lot. So, you know, that book impressed me I must say, and that's why I named my first project that I did about 12 years ago, Thinking Ball Out.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's strictly audio, right?
Right, but that hasn't been released yet. We're gonna really release that on a high level. Yeah,
ready, because I was YouTubing up, I was Googling up. I'm ready for it.
Yeah. Hey, so Kenyatta, you said you guys are gonna put the Thinking Ball Out into book format?
We're gonna actually release it as an audio, and then we're gonna film it. You know, because it's a true story that took place.
That's dope.
Actually, the day I came up with the foundation and the company, Hip Hop Motivation, I was shot 6 times. Wow. You know, I was in the barbershop. I was in the barbershop that whole day, just chilling. Actually, it was the slowest day I ever had in the barbershop. So I had a lot of time to write and script out what I wanted to do as far as hip hop motivation, because I've always been into writing. And I came up with the idea to put together a company called Hip Hop Motivation. I came with the idea, the name, everything before I left the salon that day. And I was on my way to cut Method Man from Wu-Tang Clan. And when I left the salon, the last time I was with Method Man, he asked me could I hook up his iPod, you know, like we do, you know. So my laptop was at the house where I was staying at. I was staying by Staples Center. And so I made my way home. And as I was going inside, before I went inside, I noticed, you know, now looking back over it, I was complaining on the phone about where I was staying and certain situations that was going on in my life.
I get it.
And so, right, so as I was walking into the gate, I heard somebody say, hold up. And, you know, when somebody say, hold up, you walk into the gate, I'm on the phone, you thinking somebody saying, hold the door. So I went for the door. I looked over, and the guy had the gun in my face. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's about to shoot me. So I hit him with the gate, and I just zigzagged. You know, my father was in Vietnam, so he always told me the bullets is coming zigzag. So it followed me. So, and here I am today, you know what I'm saying?
Motivated.
A living and breathing testimony, you know, that God is real.
So you started as a barber in the shop. Mind on something else. You said you were writing that day as well. Did you say that?
Yeah, well, it was so slow in the salon, and that was not typical for me, because I had the kind of clientele at the time that was nonstop all day, and it was a Friday, and that's not really typical. I mean, I'm on Crenshaw Boulevard, and it was just a slow day. It was a slow day, and so I had time to write, and I was like, I came up with the concept to write a book, which is Thinking Ball Out. Interestingly enough, came up with Hip Hop Motivation, what I'm gonna do. And it was like, basically, it was like a contract to my life. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, when I was laying there, because I blacked out, lost consciousness for a minute after getting shot. Cops came up and harassed me. You know how some of them do. Not all of them, but, you know, most of them do. Right. You know what I'm saying? Came up and harassed me. You know, what did I do to deserve this? You know, what's your name? I said my name. They was like, if you don't tell us your name, we can't get you any help. But the ambulance was already in the background. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, going through that situation just let me know that I have to continue on with what I set out to do, because that was like a test. That was like the ultimate testimony. Because before then, I didn't have a testimony.
No doubt.
You know, but the day I came up with the concept for hip hop motivation, that I came with the outline for Thinking Ball Out, that happened.
You have to have a testimony.
Right. So, you know, so basically I feel, and I still feel like, you know, it's a life mission for me, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop motivation is just not for, you know, making money, because we're not monetizing those videos at all. I have never monetized them. You know, people push them, you know, some people in the crew push monetization on the videos, but my whole mission was just really to give information and insight back to the people, you know, to the culture, you know what I'm saying?
And it's a purpose that served as well.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it might have got harder after that point to get started, or did it just get easier for you at that point?
Well, it was a lot, to be honest with you, it was a lot easier for me, because I knew that, you know, in order for me, like for me to survive something as serious as getting shot 6 times, you know what I'm saying, all over your body, I couldn't breathe. You know what I'm saying? I was in critical condition, entering into the hospital. I knew that I had to live each day like it was my last from that day on, because it happened so fast to where, I mean, when I think about it today, I'm like, man, it's just like you don't know. You can leave here and lose your life.
Yeah, no doubt.
Did you read Think and Grow before or after that?
Wait. Before we go any further, we got a call on the line.
We got.
Caller, you on the line with the hip hop show with the hip hop squad. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm Nino, calling from LA.
What up, Nino?
What up, Nino?
Welcome to the
Hey, what's going on,
squad,
man?
baby.
Y'all,
Nino.
I can't hardly hear y'all. Y'all good?
Oh, we good, man. Talk to us, Nino. What's good,
man,
baby?
Man, I just called, man. I just want to tell my brother, man, I commend him on his hard work, on the efforts of bringing hip hop to where it is today, bringing it back. Because, you know, the music nowadays is really messed up. But what I want to know is, what do y'all have planned for the future to bring back real hip hop?
That's a good question. Who's it directed to?
Is that to Kenyatta or to the show?
To the show and Kenyatta, because we both on the same page.
All right.
There it is. We'll let our guests go first.
Like, for me, like, what I feel about, like, hip-hop today, like, just answering your question, because hip-hop has to go back into the love element. You know, the love element is what makes everything, you know, dope, really, if you think about it, because love is God. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right.
With love, that's when creation is at its highest. You know what I'm saying? And if you're doing it for the money, I mean, you're talking about you're dealing with an evil empire when you're doing it for money. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be done with love. You know what I'm saying? Everything you're doing has to be done with love. I don't give a damn if you got a karate school.
Exactly.
If you're in there as a sensei and you're teaching with love, you're gonna be successful. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You gotta love it. Whatever you love, embrace it, move forward,
100%,
and work on it.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I just want to say, man, I don't even get down like this, man. I don't call in, I don't do this, but, man, Kenyatta's been a real brother, man, from day one, man.
No, I appreciate that, man.
It's a blessing, man. It's a real blessing that finally somebody's real that's going to be a part of a great movement. Absolutely. I just commend you, man, and I really appreciate the show for having him on there, man.
No doubt,
good luck and one love,
appreciate you, man.
One love, man. Stay up, Nino.
All right.
Again, the man gave me the shirt off his back. You feel me?
He's gonna keep bringing that joint up.
You know what I mean?
That's what you're supposed to do.
Made my night. You know what I mean?
Hey, but Kenyatta, real quick though. So we start off at Think and Grow Rich. Okay. And that led into the manifestation of you writing out the outline for Think and Ball Out, Hip Hop Motivation Corporation.
Right.
Now, usually, you know, reading and writing isn't something that people of our culture are usually predisposed to do. It's either sports or something entertainment. So was the reading and the writing something that was always a part of Kenyatta, or was that something that you learned along your journey?
Good question. Yeah, the reading and writing has always been a part of Kenyatta. The writing really came from being, when I was younger, you know, keeping it real, I used to write more love letters to girls than doing homework or studying in class, because, you know what I'm saying, I was always for the ladies.
Right.
So, I mean, the writing cat, just being tricky with the words and saying good stuff to the ladies, you know. And then after I got out of high school, I continued to write and develop stories and different things. I got stuff at the Writers Guild I forgot about, you know what I'm saying, different ideas for shows, you know, barbershop shows, different things. And I just continue writing, man, continue studying. I've always been into knowledge. I'm just, I love information. Yeah, definitely, man. I'm a seeker of truth. And I put the two things I love the most, which is books and hip-hop together. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, I just expressed to Nino, the guy who just called in, that love is something that you have to embrace, you know, to be successful. Like, whatever it is you love, just put it together, man. Make it a gumbo, man.
Exactly.
Make it happen.
Just do it. Nike.
You know, it could be more than one thing. It doesn't have to be one. You know,
gumbo mean something totally different. Gumbo on my block means you take your weed and I take my weed, and we make one blunt together.
Word.
That's what gumbo means. And also to piggyback off something that you said with the ladies, it is definitely cold out here in LA, so you want to make sure you have a big guy to lay up next to. You feel me? So just a shameless plug for the heavy brothers. You feel me? The Belly Boys. Hit us up. But you already know where you at. Hey, LP. Take us to a break, baby. Let's get out of here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, man. My bad, baby. Take a sip.
But yeah, we go ahead and hit straight into a break real quick, and then we'll be right back at you at the Only Hip Hop Show.
Squad.
What's up, y'all? Yo, this is Dave Nash, the CEO. Here to welcome y'all to the Hip Hop Motivation Radio.
I mean, it's just time. Used to be game and Big's brother. Culture vulture.
You don't know about my culture. Get the
You know what I mean? So I can see where people could be mad when I'm making you aware of the truth and the tone that you don't like.
The Barber Walters of hip hop.
Bringing you hip hop motivation. Bringing you hip hop motivation.
That's right, Dame Dash, he's back with his hot new mixtape, Hip Hop Motivation Radio, the Lasadas edition. Bringing you some of the hottest music ever to hit the street with songs like.
Oh nigga, you mad cause you fell off? Probably cause you fake it in the ass job. Now my click though, we 10-4, pull a kick though, if we have to. I like a thick bitch with an attitude. She bossy, like a nigga do, bring her to the condo. I'ma smoke her out, make her feel real good. I'ma bend over, yeah, hell yeah, make her feel this wood.
Damn! Also, we bring you hit after hit with songs like this.
I go to war for my niggas. Yeah, I bust a slut for my niggas. Do anything for them, cause them niggas got me through thick and they're stacking them dividends. They gon' hold me down. Yeah, I know that they gonna hold me down. They gon' hold me down. Yeah, I know that they gonna hold me down. I go to war for my niggas. Yeah, I bust a slut for my niggas. Do anything for them, cause them niggas got me through thick and they're stacking them dividends. They gon' hold me down. Yeah, I know that they gonna hold me down. They gon' hold me down.
That's right, Dame Dash is back like he never left. Who can give you hits like this?
Turn up! Hey! The judge tryna put pictures on me. My family depending on me. I cannot leave them alone. Slugging it down with my homie. We gotta run it all like for the police. Better than the women for me. The 10s and 50s on hundreds. We gon' get all of the monies. Make something shake, make something shake. 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 Gotta make something shake, make something shake. Make something shake, make something shake. Make something shake, make something shake. Make something shake, make something shake.
Dash is back. Hit after hit after hit. Hip Hop Motivation Radio, the Lasadas edition. Hosted by yours truly, Big Boosie, and my partner in crime, Wale Coyote. That's right, Dame Dash is back in full effect. And his partner Kenyatta, the Barber Walters of hip hop. That's right, we taking over the street with this one. Make sure you get your copy, where you gonna hear the hottest music ever to hit the streets. Also, Dame Dash gonna give you the ins and out on all business point of views and get straight facts about Currency the Rapper lawsuit, straight from the big homie mouth himself. Money League, stand up. The streets is.
And to have fun is the secret behind all my success.
How many joints you got? What time is it?
I'm not trying to push that education isn't important by saying all this, because my belief is that school's a plus. Because if you sell something to consumer, it has to be real. The excitement of the journey is what I'm into. The same way I came up would be the same way I would tell someone working a full-time job to come.
Whoa, YJ.
Yo, this track is sick though.
Really, bro?
Yeah.
You're playing one of the best songs of 2012, man.
I love it.
What the hell is that supposed to be about, man? We supposed to play intros. What the hell, man? Nah, I'm just kidding. Welcome back to the Only Hip Hop Show. You know what I'm saying? We got Kenyatta in the building. We got with the Hip Hop Squad. So, Dane, take it away, brother.
We right back into it. Just play a little clip real quick, Kenyatta. Culture Vultures. I'm curious, what inspired that project? Because it has obviously a catchy title, and if you have been following the series, you kind of understand what the book is going to be about. But can you just give us a bird's eye view of what was happening that led to that project?
What led to this project, Culture Vultures project with Damon Dash? I had been filming Damon Dash, recording him for over 10 years. So this project is really like 10 years in the making. And what we did was I compiled the best parts of all these interviews and different things that, candid things that we talked about that wasn't even on, that didn't even reach YouTube. And what I did was I transcribed what Dame was saying, and then I gave you a third-person view of what was going on at the time. You know, because I was around Dame the whole time. Everybody was talking about he was broke, and he wasn't broke. You know, I would see him catching private jets, you know, still had a chef on deck, polo out the yin yang, you know what I'm saying, chilling, taking care of his kids, and I documented it. you know, and like I said, it's been over like a 10-year process, man. The Culture Vultures book is a business memoir.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, what I did was I studied somebody that has actually been a genius in the business. This guy's of course, everybody knows, put Jay-Z in the game. Kanye West, Beanie Siegel, done movies, you know, Rachel Roy clothing. You know, he's done a lot of, Rockaware was his idea. He's done a lot of great things, and what I wanted to do, Damon Dash really is a case. I've done a case study on Damon Dash.
Nice.
Like a lot of like clinical psychologists, they do
NBA
case
style.
studies. Right. You know, but I'm not a psychologist in degree, but I became a psychologist, you know, just from studying him, you know what I'm saying, and listening to him. Because as you see in the videos, I do a lot of listening. I don't do too much talking, and that's really to give the listener and the people looking at the video insight on what it's like to be a tycoon. You know what I'm saying? And Dame's real people, man. He's a good dude, man. One of my favorite people, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, it seems like you guys have a pretty good rapport.
Right.
Is that something that pretty much developed through cutting?
Yeah, cutting his hair, him, Biggs, and the Rockefeller crew over the years. It's been built up. Being his barber at first, and then he actually gave me a 17-minute interview on Think and Ball Out called "The Secret to Balling," where the movie idea came from, to interview all these people for the docudrama that we have coming out soon. Yeah, so,
excellent.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, being a person of a strong personality, it's very hard to have close relationships with people. I think probably Rashard, my boy Bane, Terry, and like it's about a good 5-6 of us that's tight.
Right.
You feel me? Me sometimes being the loudest, the most passionate about whatever we're speaking about.
Right.
Sometimes I feel like it falls on deaf ears. You know what I mean? But to somebody that's, how can you explain to someone to filter through a strong personality to get to the point? If in your words, you feel me? Help my homies understand me.
How can you get to the point?
Yeah.
Well,
how can you hear the point if you're listening to somebody that's really aggressive and really emotional, like a Dame Dash? How?
First of all, you know, I told my daughters this: you have to understand polarity. See, once you understand polarity, you'll understand everything and how it works. You know, there's nothing in this world that is not polarity.
Well, you mind giving us a quick crash
course on polarity, for instance, is, you know, we're both male and female. We came from our fathers and our mothers. You know, this system that you see here has polarity of wires. You know, there has to be an even number for it to work.
Right.
There's no odd numbers in these wires. So polarity basically is there's no absolute right, there's no absolute wrong. Hot and cold are both the same thing. It's just the absence of heat and the absence of cold. There's no absolute heat, there's no absolute cold.
I follow you.
It just is. And that midpoint is God. You know what I'm saying? Which is the love element. So if you speak with love, I mean, they'll hear with love.
Back to it.
If you listen with love, you'll hear the love element.
So it's all about the intention of both parties.
Right. So as you see, like with the Damon Dash videos, I don't argue with them about stuff, right? And there's times I may not 100% agree, because to me, there's no 100% agreeing anyway. Like even when he was on the Breakfast Club, that wasn't absolutely the answer, and it wasn't absolutely not the answer.
Not the answer.
It just is,
it's
and that's what it is.
said.
It's polarity.
It's just
understand polarity, and you'll have a lot. Your relationships will go a lot smoother.
So
with
study
people.
that.
Study polarity.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Mental note.
Go ahead, bro.
No, all right. Well, that leads me into my next segment. I saw Los Siders.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you contribute to that in any way?
No, I didn't contribute to Los Siders. Los Siders was a film that Dame was that he filmed and directed and put together. Actually, while he was going through the situation with Lee Daniels, and that was more of an aggressive film to really get his point across, because Lee Daniels owed him $2 million. So that's why you see him holding the dogs. He needs that emotional support.
Right. Exactly.
That's real. You know, the dude owed him $2 million and was trying to act like he didn't really owe him that money.
Which is a wild story. Let me get back to the barber Walters.
Right.
You being the barber that you are, you cutting the heads that you cut. if you can, you don't have to say the names, but what is the wildest story that you have heard being? I know the relationship I got with my barber. I tell that nigga damn near. I tell that in confidence. You feel me? What's if you could give us? You feel me? What's the greasiest story you got?
A bird's eye view.
Yeah, something that you witnessed.
Is this like a rated R show or is this? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not gonna be like that, but I mean. Like I had a client of mine one time. He came to me and he told me about he had a fiance. His fiance had just got engaged, and she was maybe on the freakish side, and he was too.
Oh shit!
And so he asked me, he asked her could they have a threesome with a female, and she came back and said, well, that would be cool if I could do one with a male. And so they did the threesome, the first version, which is 2 women with him. And then he did the one with the guy.
Oh, shit.
And it happened to be a friend of his. Before he did this, I told him not to do it in the first place.
Should I take my headphones off?
Yo, it's crazy. I told him not to do it. He didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? And what happened was it still to this day, I see him from time to time. I'm not gonna, put his name out there, but he's just not the same person anymore because he heard his woman making noises that he never caused her to make. And it happened to be a friend of his. This guy, him and the guy are not friends anymore. Him and the fiance, of course, have broken up. And his life was never the same after that because he went into a world that he knew nothing about. And I told him not to do it. I said, if that's your fiance, you might want to chill on, you know what I'm saying, going a little too freaky. I mean, live in your mind if you're going to do anything. Talk about it, but
shit.
You know what I'm saying, when you start pulling people into your bedroom, it can get ill. Because somebody,
real gutty.
You never know, man. You might hear something you don't want to hear. And what happened was he went to the bathroom and left them alone. And he came out and he saw some things happening to her that he never made happen. And it just affected him, man. It was crazy, man. He had to change. Put it like this: he had to change his mattress.
So, long story short, everybody study Karma Sutra so your woman is pleased, right? You feel me? So the
don't play that game. Don't play that game unless you're ready.
Unless you're ready, you know what I mean? Just practice up.
You know what I'm saying?
Just to get back to a serious note, Kenyatta, what does your name mean? Does it have?
My name means
it has to.
Burning Spirit. Kenyatta means burning spirit. Now, the Barbara Walters Dame gave that to me, being that, I interview a lot of people. And a lot of people have been coming at me about Barbara, like I'm trying to be like some old white lady or whatever. And never been
I got it the first time I heard
I was like,
you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people like Charlamagne said something about that the other day on one of them, some idiot show or whatever. Shout out to Charlamagne for the just showing us love or whatever.
Always.
Because love is hate and hate is love on that level. That's polarity. That goes back into the polarity thing.
Gotcha.
So if they hate you, they really love you.
At the end of the day,
they just don't know how to express it. They don't know what's going on.
So if they love you, does that mean they really hate you?
Nah, but what degree of love? See, everything's a thermometer. So you gotta look at it like that. Like somebody say they love you, what degree of love?
Like where? How hot are you for me?
The only absolute love is God.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? That's how people can fall out of love with people so fast because the degree wasn't all the way up to par.
You gotta tell them.
Yeah.
So
you
need to get this book out, man. Because I just fell in love with reading like 2 years ago, honestly. You feel me? And I'm Napoleon Hill down to the point.
That's bad.
Outwitting
people,
the devil. You feel me? Yeah. So I'm hungry. So any authors, you know what I mean? Throw them. We usually I think it was a couple weeks ago. We had a little cipher. We just went around and just suggested a book. I'm reading a brand new book that we're gonna talk about a little later. But anyway, so. Back to culture vultures.
Right.
I know you've heard some crazy game stories. You feel me? Some industry stories.
Right.
Now, we have a hip-hop generation that tunes in and that loves us underground rappers. You know what I mean? If you can tell us, you know what I mean, if there's one thing that other than being positive, other than remaining positive in our hearts, our minds, our intentions, you feel me, our words, our thoughts, everything, other than that, is this something that you can say, hey, watch out for when you see XYZ coming, or go the other way when you see A and B, you feel me, don't do this, don't do that, other than splurge or advance when you have to pay your album, other than that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? What would you say, hey, Go the other way.
Pay attention to this.
Well, from my own analysis and from writing the book Culture Vultures, what I see the hardest thing for most people to understand is that, you know, anything you achieve takes work. And then when you see people coming at you with a gimmick and they just want to blow you up without first putting you through the so-called Chitlin circuit or whatever it may be, I'm sure it's a 360 behind that. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from that 360 deal. Stay away from the 360. Love yourself enough to really outline your brand first and understand who your core demographic is. If you don't know who your core demographic is, you know, it's like opening up a restaurant and you don't know what type of food you're gonna serve.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna be a soul food spot? Are you gonna be a hamburger spot? Are you gonna have a variety of different food?
Right.
You know, you have to outline these things, you know what I'm saying? But stay away from the gimmick. You know what I'm saying? And just, once again, embrace love. Whatever it is you're doing, man. Whatever your style of MCing is, have love for it, man. And we'll see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see the love on Kendrick Lamar's album. He loved it.
Yeah.
You saw the love on Michael Jackson's face when he was on stage. He loved it.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could see it. You could see it on Prince's face. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see it as much as I used to on Prince's face, but I know at once upon a time, if you watch Purple Rain, he loved it. And love is the name of the game, period.
That's something I gotta study. Right, I'm not really a lovey-dovey dude. I understand what you mean, but I know just being
not that kind of love.
Right. You know what I mean? That's what everyone thinks about when you say love. So break down the type of love that you're talking about and what you're not talking about.
Well, the love that I'm talking about is a creative love. You know, like, what happens is when you actually find out and listen to your that inner space, like you go and sit still and get quiet, certain things will be revealed to you. And a lot of times, as adults, childhood will come back to you and you'll begin to remember what you did love. Oh, I used to love that. I used to love
smells.
I used to love cars. I used to love cooking. I used to max out my Easy Bake Oven. Whatever it may be.
You had an Easy Bake Oven?
My sister did.
Okay.
And we just, those little cakes,
crazy. I just had to clear that
brownies,
up. It's a dangerous game. Now, I'm going to tell all the kids it's a dangerous game. Stay away from the Easy Bake Oven cakes.
Easy.
Because you see it catches up with you. But it's a dangerous game, my friend. But, I mean, it's just, you have to have love, man. Not fluffy love, narcissistic love. I'm talking about where you'll do it for free. See,
bars.
You'll do it for free.
Bars.
You'll do it just because, like, somebody say, yo, man, like, I knew a guy that was really into cars. Like, this guy I grew up with named Marlon. Shout out Marlon. And he loved cars. He loved cars, like, from the time we was 10 years old. And he's a mechanic now. And he's one of them guys, like, when we was teenagers, you'll call and be like, yo, my brakes are strained. He'd lift your car up, take the brakes off, fix it. Yeah, it wouldn't charge you nothing.
Put your speakers in the back.
Same thing I did when I was cutting hair. I wasn't charging to cut hair at first. I just loved doing it.
It was a passion.
It was a passion. You know, it was a passion that, you know, led me into what we're doing now and meeting so many wonderful people.
Made you feel joy.
It's that love. Yeah, it's the joy. It's an inner joy. You know what I'm saying? It's an inner joy, definitely.
And to piggyback on that joy, I understand the joy that one gets just from, you know, seeing your work out there, people being real receptive to it and whatnot. So can you kind of break down how life has been since you started dropping those hip-hop motivation videos?
Yeah, it's funny. I talk to Dame about this all the time. Like, it's a trip going to the mall and people recognizing you. It's a trip. I was at the swap meet the other day and guys, some Hispanics came up to me and took a picture. Meet? Slauson. You know the
right.
Super Mall, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Super Mall. I just went in there, you know what I'm saying? Hollered at that dude. But yeah, it's a trip. And because, you know, I mean, I'm used to people coming up to me saying what's up to me because I'm a barber. And I've been a barber, like I said, on Crenshaw Boulevard for over 18 years. And I was used to that. Because when you're a barber, especially on Crenshaw, you're like a celebrity. It's because you're on Front Street.
Right.
People roll by, and the shop I had was the windows was wide open. Everybody could see. At 5 o'clock, traffic
jam. Picture your shop. I'm really trying to
all that. It's right where Millennium is.
Okay.
I'm right in the middle.
So
of the
it's on the right hand side. If you come,
you're seeing the where you used to see blue people up. You used to see blue people, and I was right there in the corner.
I got it. Okay, I got it.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like back to what you're saying about you know walking. You know the joy of doing this and how things have changed. You know, for me, it just made me a lot hungrier You know what I'm saying? To put forth more information and more time into what I'm doing. Like the Culture Vultures book is actually, it's been finished, but I'm just sharpening up a few little things. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the people need this. You know what I'm saying? We don't have too many entrepreneurs, especially African American entrepreneurs, that have a business memoir.
Exactly.
Where they telling it like it is and keeping it real, because Dame is unfiltered. You know, and I love that about Dame.
The time. You have to.
Dame is unfiltered, man. Like,
let's go.
I mean, we get into it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my real homeboy.
Right,
like, we have arguments and disagreements, and I'll be like, man, whatever, man. You know, he'll tell me something, but to me, he's my OG. So I listen to him.
So you gotta listen.
Because sometimes, man, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. He come at you a little crazy, but I've learned to, you know, just really deal with the whole aspect of what Damon Dash is getting across through keeping in mind that the polarity of what he's saying is not all the way absolute. Right. He's saying things from how he knows how to say them. I mean, because, you know, you saw the Breakfast Club interview. He gets ill. He goes in.
Yeah, that's resonated. I got everybody.
I think everybody should have somebody in their life like that. Somebody that keeps it real with them. 100%.
100%.
So would you consider yourself that guy now in some of your circles that you're in, or do people look up to you?
What's funny is I've always been that guy.
Okay.
So it was a major adjustment for me to even be around Dame as much as I've been doing these videos, because for me, I've always been the boss. You know, I'm still the boss, but I've always been a person to, you know, hit my boys to the game. You know what I'm saying? Pull coach a little bit, like, look, you know, whoop. You know, I ran my shop, you know, with rules. You know, I was probably the only shop on Crenshaw there where you could actually go in there and you ain't gonna get beat up, you're not gonna get robbed, none of that. You have to be a wolf to run a shop on Crenshaw Boulevard. You gotta be strong-minded, because you're gonna get some gangster stuff jumping off, and you gotta be able to tell somebody, look, yo, you got come on, man, you gotta bounce. You know what I'm saying? And not be tripping if he's saying, oh, the hood, I'm gonna get the hood on you, I'm gonna do this and that. I've just always been one of those people, you got to prove it to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, hey, it is what it is. It's not that anybody can't be touched, but at the same time, you have to be strong in your movement. And that's what I appreciate about Damon Dash, and that's what I've always appreciated more than anything else about myself, because I've always been strong in my movement. You know, if I say I'm going to do something, I got to do it.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Have to. You got to be a man of your word.
I mean, people are definitely getting touched by these videos. I mean, me being one of them, and I know that plenty of people around the world are very grateful and appreciative of this work that you guys are doing.
Yeah, and we really appreciate it, because I see the numbers. Exactly. Tell you, I see the numbers. The subscribers don't really tell you what's going on, because sometimes I look at analytics, I'm like, this many millions? Like what?
In the back.
And then I look at like who's listening and where they watching, Africa and France and China and Japan, and I'm like,
I mean, can you kind of talk about that? Because we live in a world now where literally everything is at our fingertips. And I don't believe people really can wrap their minds around that, and just how the barriers of entry are low to the point where, like you said, you can just on Monday have an idea, and on Tuesday it really be out there.
Yeah, man, it's a trip, because like I've never been a tech guy. Like I've never been into the computer thing like that. I had a computer and I've always had, you know, gadgets, but we put these videos out really by accident, if you understand that. Like the Salons and Jay-Z situation just happened to happen after we had been filming Dame, and we just put it up because we didn't have any videos on our YouTube page. Myself, Michelle, my girl, and Carolyn, she edits the film and she also films the videos. And we just asked them questions about, that video was filmed by my boy Jonathan Lindsay. We asked him a question about the Jay-Z situation, the elevator incident, where he was getting kicked or whatever, and that's what sent it through the roof. And the next thing we know, we kept putting up videos, and then people kept watching, and MTV ran a story, and BET.
It was real.
It was real.
It was real. You could feel it.
Authentic.
Yeah.
And then we kept putting up, and then the objective was to continue putting up business footage with him talking about different things, and we had people giving us questions, and we had a segment called Dame Speak, and we still have that segment where people send in their email question, and we'll ask Dame live on air.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those.
It was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because people were like, well, what about fashion? They would ask about fashion, film, being a rapper, you know, being a father. I mean, it's just been a blessing, man. It's been crazy. Yeah. It's been crazy because this was an accident. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like we didn't set out and be like, yo, we gonna put out these videos and blow up. Hip hop motivation wasn't even known. Like we didn't, like nobody saw us. They just seen the shirts and be like, oh, yo, where can I get the shirt from? My clients or whatever. But shoot, those videos.
I saw a few shirts around too.
Send it through the roof, man. It's crazy right now.
So it was they really helped you break out of obscurity, like you said.
Obscurity.
The brand was there, but
right.
people just
Thinking
didn't know.
Ball Out was already written.
Yeah.
Secret of Ballin' was already being filmed. And then we did these videos, and it just blew everything up. I already had those people in the movie. We was already making moves. But when we started putting up these videos, it went crazy. It was crazy.
And another thing I will say that I noticed that you guys are doing like fairly well is using the videos themselves as commercials for the Thinking Ball Outs, for all the films that are going to be coming out, and that's, to me, that's just ingenious. And like they say, model greatness and this duplicate.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, as far as the business aspect, that's the most important part. But to me, the most important element of those videos is just getting that information out to the people. From a business standpoint, like I said, the commercials are the most important, as we all know. Mm-hmm. But the people is what's important, man. And, it's just giving that information to people because it's almost like, the culture of hip hop has been left in the dark, man. And we just had to spark those lighters and share some light on some different things that people had questions about. Because they would go and sign deals with people and be in a 360 deal and be like, damn, how do I get out of this? Damn, I didn't sign my life away. We had interviews with Redman where he was, he was listening. You know what I'm saying? Because Dame is really, man, you wouldn't even believe. He said some stuff yesterday, man. I should have turned my phone on and captured it between him and Raekwon. But, it's just always, you're always going to get some wonderful insight from Damon Dash. You know what I'm saying? Like always.
And everything he says resonates with me, personality and all. That's
keeping it real,
I think somebody told me he was a Taurus. I think, is he a Taurus?
He's a Taurus.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus as well. So it resonates. And we are the hip hop show and we are the hip hop squad. We're gonna go to a quick break, but before we do, who's your favorite rapper?
My favorite rapper?
Yeah.
Man, it's a list, but I mean,
give me the list.
Man,
give me the top.
Of course, Rakim. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was a kid, Big Daddy Kane.
Got it.
High school, Big Daddy Kane. Kane's still one of the illest. Like you go pick up, listen to Another Victory and listen to him spitting on that. He's dope. Nas, I like Snoop. I like Jay-Z. Jay-Z's dope. Kanye is dope.
Snoop's, I don't know if you saw that questionable Peaches and Cream video.
No, I didn't see that. I haven't even seen it yet.
Wow.
Just shout out to Snoop. He's in the Secret to Ballin' as well.
Just look at it and let me know. We love Snoop as well, but Snoop needs to smoke some more weed.
Of course, Wu-Tang, all the Wu-Tang members, you know what I'm saying? Raekwon, Shalaz dope, Method Man. I mean, Biggie was really my favorite.
Okay. Man.
I mean, because I connected with Biggie.
Shouts out.
I didn't hear you say Pac, so you're saying Biggie over Pac?
For me, yeah. I like Pac now more probably because I get Pac now.
You have to study him a little bit.
Because I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't get Pac
at
first. I ain't get Pac.
I'm in that same boat.
Yeah, I'm vice versa.
When I was younger, I didn't get when my homie calls and all that stuff. But Biggie did something to me that no other rapper ever done. He was just very visual.
Me too.
That's how I write. So I love it.
And Kenyatta, to piggyback on that, could you, as a connoisseur, could you recommend 3 albums?
3 albums I can recommend.
Personally recommend.
Oh man, I'm a real connoisseur. Can I recommend 3 albums? Man, you know what? And let's keep it up to date. Okay, in the book. I don't know what it is, man. I really like this Kendrick Lamar album, man. I like the fact that he embraced the West Coast real heavy on this album.
That's one for me.
I love it. I would say that. You got to get that. Ready to Die is still one of my top favorites.
Ready to Die.
All Eyes on Me, man. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Book-wise, my favorite author is Neville. Get a book called Resurrection by Neville. It might be a little too much for the average mind, but read a few times and see if you can figure it out.
Like unaverage minds around here.
Right. It might be a little too much, man, but there's no mind that's average. It's all God.
All right,
God, baby.
We could actually cipher it up and then do the show and tell. Let me cipher.
We gonna actually do the we can do the cipher, but we just go straight into the show
and tell. All right, cool. Well, let me get my 3 albums. I'm gonna go with the To Pimp a Butterfly, of course. I'm gonna rock with that. I'm gonna go with Pain and Praise. praying. That's a little curveball. You feel me? Go get that pan and praying everywhere. Then we gonna throw that Wale up in that thing. That boy Wale, that album About Nothing is fucking about everything. That shit's so hard with Seinfeld everywhere. I'm gonna throw in the book. If you have ambitions to get into the music game, of course, Reading Decoded, another jewel he referenced was Hitman. That is what I'm studying right now, Hitman. So that's me, Sean August, man. It was a pleasure being with y'all. Kenyatta, man, thank you for the sweater, brother. I am warm as fuck. It smelled good. Shout out to my nigga
That's that Prada. That's that Prada on there too. That's Prada.
Yeah, this shit smell bomb.
That's Prada. Yeah, that's Prada right there. Yeah, that's a good one.
My nigga Terry just handed me a handful of weed. My nigga Bang came through. I love everybody. Bless y'all. Cat 9, it's on you.
Sounds like embracement. You just did right now.
I'm just out of here. You know, I love. You said love. Love.
What about you, Kat? What's your albums in your book?
No girly shit, Kat.
Whoa, don't be a hater.
No Destiny's Child.
Don't
Okay.
act like there are no great women albums. But I'll tell you, I have my all-time favorite album. Unfortunately, it is by a woman, though. I happen to absolutely love Lauryn Hill's Education.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Do not hate on a woman real quick.
That might be mine too.
Girl power. Girl power.
CD. And y'all gotta come back to me for the rest of them, though.
What about the book?
My favorite book. You know what? Last time we went around this circle about these books and I named the Bible. And I'm going to tell you, I really do a lot of stuff. I really have to make some time to really start getting into books. I really don't have no time. I really have to be honest about that. I really need to start and really make time about this and get into
the
some
first
books.
step is
I have no time.
admitting it.
I don't have no time. Like, because the question was, what's the most influential book that's ever influenced your life? And honestly, it really did. I mean, I got morals. Where do you think they come from? Like,
right, good
where
point.
do you think it comes from? Just saying. But I don't have time for books right now. I'm really trying though. I will.
You gotta get some
I'll try,
audios.
I
Get some
promise.
audios. Get some audio books.
I promise.
Audios.
Culture Vulture coming out soon.
Next week, I'm gonna tell y'all about my book.
All right,
I promise. That's gonna be my challenge right now.
Artists on me. My 3 albums, I would have to say Life After Death, Biggie. I would have to say DJ Quick's Rhythmalism. And what was
DJ
one more?
Quick, that was nice.
Yeah.
And only because I recently got a chance to hear this album at this age, the Nas Illmatic. Like, I saw the documentary and then I watched it from my 29-year-old perspective and just got the full essence of the album. Like,
mine's up there too.
So I understand. And then the book I would recommend is called 1984. I forget the author's name. I want to say Orson Welles, but don't quote me on that.
Aldous Huxley? I think that's
Alex Huxley.
They know his books.
I mean, it might be.
I think that might be, but it might not.
It is.
But I read that book.
Yeah, it's a great
White
book.
J for sure.
I read the book.
Oh yeah, that's a great book right there.
That's a hell of a book. I read the book in 9th grade, and then I read it when I was about 21 or 22. And what blew my mind about the book is that it's just forecasting like a lot of stuff that's transpiring right now, and it's almost scary. It's like everything from Big Brother, surveillance, propaganda, just from the phones, just how they try to control you via the news and other stuff like that. It's a real good book. Like, I want to read it now so I can get see what Easter eggs I'll find in it at this age.
Needs to be turned into a movie.
No, for real, definitely. It was a movie, but the movie was made in, like, I want to say the 60s.
Okay.
Go check that out then.
But just if you can get your hands on the book, it's a good read. I recommend that one.
Well, for me, album-wise, I'm gonna go with Kanye's College Dropout.
Classic.
I'm gonna go with Biggie's Ready to Die. And then I'm gonna go with kind of a curveball here. Probably most people don't even know about it, but Lil Brother's The Minstrel Show.
Yeah.
Damn, I've heard about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with that. And as far as books, actually, I'll just share a new book that I'm reading. It's called The Hustler's Bible by Hotep from Hustle University.
Bible,
and so, but that book is real entrepreneurship focused and whatnot, and it's definitely a book that I would recommend for the urban entrepreneur making moves out there in the streets right now.
That's dope.
I think we got White J, baby.
Okay. You
You might have to go to the Library of Congress though to get
Okay, I think one album that I really liked was the Jedi Mind Tricks Legacy of Blood. I really liked that album.
What?
Yeah, Jedi Mind Tricks. You know Jedi Mind Tricks, right?
Google.
Really?
Google.
Really?
I gotta Google it.
Wow. Okay. Well, I was really into underground hip hop growing up, and I mean, when I was at school, I started listening to Tupac because at first I didn't get him either. I was really into early M. That first, obviously, right?
Of course,
right.
yeah.
Early M, like the real Slim Shady. I love that. So then there was a bunch of just like random dudes on the internet, like this one kid named Benefit. Most ridiculous songs I ever heard. This guy named Mr. Metaphor, Brooklyn Academy. I mean, this is all comes out East Coast underground hip hop, which
Get your Google up.
Yeah, nonfiction. Yeah, all that stuff.
Get your Google up.
Yeah, so that's what I was kind of raised with. But in terms of books, I started reading books when I was real young, and now I'm into audiobooks.
Steroids.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's that I just listened to a book called A New World, A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. And this guy is unbelievable.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, well, I started reading it, and then I heard the audiobook, and I realized something. I couldn't believe that I would read one line and not hear it, and I would get the completely different. It was so different, and you realize how much you miss. Just like the inflections in your voice. I interpreted the same line that was in his book completely differently than what he meant.
Right.
So after that, it was an awakening. I said, you know what? I'm gonna read any book that the author actually reads himself. I'm gonna hear it from them, and yeah. So that's kind of my journey right now.
Definitely steroids.
Yeah, but you have to get somebody who reads. The author needs to read it, or else who knows? So
I agree.
Yeah. So like I said, A New Earth, Eckhart Tolle. Then the second one I heard was A Power of Now, which I thought was very empowering. I think
I heard about that one too.
Yeah, both of those. I'm really into just learning about myself and about the ego and all that stuff.
How to master yourself first.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and when I read sci-fi books.
Get your Google up in this motherfucker. Get your books up. Get your album collection up. Where the JJE at, baby? With the drum roll, you feel me? With the drum roll, JJE.
So, everybody know what my 3 albums that I go by. 1, Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar. That was a classic. 2, J. Cole's Born Center. 3, Sean said it best. Pan and Prince.
Yes! Yes!
Also got a 4th one, if you don't mind.
You to run it.
I would say this new EP I'm releasing in May 26th is LeBron's Progression.
LeBron's Progression.
You heard that too? I heard that too. It shocked me. It was amazing.
Go Google
Unbelievable.
the video,
there was also this picture of this. I think it was you, like.
Don't start no more jokes.
Softball, right? That was the back of the album cover, right?
No more LeBron jokes at the end of the show. No more, dog.
Talking about my LP Mixtape Volume 3, The Lyrical Warrior.
And you buried that dude, though. You buried him. He's done.
That motherfucker's dead.
You didn't hear it. You didn't hear it here. We should hit it with a disclaimer because they didn't hear it here.
Oh, fuck.
The views and comments expressed on the following radio program.
I'm sorry, I had to play that. That was very disrespectful. So, yeah, we're going to go to this show and tell. So let's go ahead. Yeah, I cut the music off. So what? Now time for show and tell. Hope you enjoy.
How big the corporation has been backing you. If it's not your money, you're not the boss.
That nigga made me want to quit my 9 to 5, nigga.
Hey, so real quick though, Kenyatta, secret to balling.
Fuck these.
In light of the reaction that was received from the Breakfast Club interview, can you just kind of maybe talk about some of the message that was missed? Because I feel like a lot of people, it kind of went over because of maybe Dame's abrasiveness, that it kind of went over his head. But with this film, I believe that you go be touching a lot on it. But can you just kind of talk about that?
Yeah, we all feel like the film should have actually came out the day we did the interview, because it would have shed a lot of light on you know, what he was really getting across. I mean, what he said was real. I mean, that's really his own opinion. I mean, how he feels in his opinion. And I have to agree that, you know, just as individuals, we want to get into a place where we're hustling for our last names, which is legacy, opposed to hustling for our first name. You know, even if you don't have children, what you should be thinking of is the people that are going to come behind you and maybe take over or keep running the company or whatever you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't have kids, but, you know, at the same time, hustle for the last name, man. Hustle for the legacy. And I think people got it mixed up with Dame was that they felt like he was saying quit your job or, you know, having a job. You know, he said having a job to him is whack or it's corny. And I'm not mad at that because that's his own personal belief and his feelings, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we go back into polarity. Yep. He's not absolutely right and he's not absolutely wrong. It just is. That's just how he feels. You know, you're going to have people that feel that what he said was, you know, horrible. Then you're going to have people that love what he said. So, you know, for me, I'm in the side where I love what he was saying and I love the aggressiveness he put forth because it's not a lot of, you know, African-American men that are able to, on that platform, to express themselves like that. And that's why it shook up the world, actually, you know, because out here on the West Coast, we listen to it just as much as people did on the East Coast. Down South, they know about it. You know, I talk to people all the time. Everybody's aware of that interview. And if you're not aware of it, go check it out. Definitely.
You heard something.
Yeah. You heard something. I mean, it's going to be, you know, you might not be able to digest everything he said, but you're going to hear something on there that's going to make you think. And that's what it should be. You know what I'm saying? We have to start turning the hip-hop culture into a community of thinkers.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Thinkers.
100%.
Thinking for yourself. Self-determination. Determination.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Dr. Karenga, who came with Kuji Chagalia. You know what I'm saying? Self-determination. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, man. Building for yourself. Building for your community, man. Building for your children, man. It's about hustling for your last name. Nothing else.
Right.
There it is.
Think legacy, people. Think legacy. You only got to quit your job. Don't quit your job, though. You know what I'm saying? Work that job until something else can. I mean, I say all the time, man, turn your, whatever you love to do, and say you're working at UPS, turn your love into a part-time job until it becomes a full-time lifestyle. See, you gotta work your job, you know, stack your chips, pay your bills, and also take that money and put it into whatever it is you love, you know what I'm saying, to develop whatever you're trying to do. But don't quit your job until you're able to turn your love into a full-time lifestyle.
Completely.
There it is. You heard it on the Only Hip Hop Show.
Only with the squad.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really say much on air, so I got a question for you. So what do you got to say for since you're a hip hop motivated speaker and everything? So what were your words to say for artists like rappers, producers, and radio personnels that's in the hip hop business? What would you say to them?
What I would say to anybody that's doing anything in the culture of hip hop is just, you know, find out what it is you truly love. Once again, you know, I can't say it enough, man. I mean, love is the name of the game. If you love it, there will be other people that will love it just like you.
No doubt.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Straight up, in the movie The Secret to Ballin', there's a whole section on research and how research is so important. You know, Michael Jackson is somebody that all of us, one way or another, connected with as little kids. I'm talking about the millennial generation.
Oh, no doubt.
There's enough video footage and information on Michael Jackson. I'm just using Michael. You could go to the Beatles if you like the Beatles, but I'm saying Michael Jackson because you could see the love. You saw the passion.
My son
when he
loves
came
Michael
off stage, he may have been a little awkward, but his love for what he did, you could hear it. When you hear Remember the Time, you hear it. You feel it.
My son is 5 years old and he loves Michael Jackson. Like he lived just, that's crazy.
Why does he love Michael Jackson and he didn't grow up with Michael Jackson? Because of the love element.
L-O-V-E.
Because the love element is God, and that's all there is. That's all it is to it. It's the source, whatever you call it, Allah.
Would you say love is focus as well?
Love will turn into focus. Okay. Love is focus because what you love, it won't, like when you love something, there's nobody that can really pull you away from that.
Got it.
Because that's concentration. Concentration is love.
Got it. All right.
If you ain't concentrating, you might want to check your love element. What degree are you loving what you're doing?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Check your degrees, man. Always look at your life like a thermometer, man, and everything in your life. What degree of this am I doing? Like, can I go to a higher degree, or am I at a low? Am I at a low degree right now? Can I raise my degrees?
Good point.
Which is raising your vibration.
Right.
Because vibration is also a stance that I speak on.
Vibrative being.
Vibration.
All the way. I'm 100%.
Check out Tahuti, brothers.
I'm 100%.
Abraham Hicks.
Focused and blind at the
Google
same time.
Right.
That's
I like that.
That's
dope.
terrible.
Exactly.
Hip Hop Squad, baby.
Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. We've had a great show. We chopped up some real good game.
Some real
one
knowledge.
and only DeBarber Walters in the building. We appreciate you for coming through. Can you just please let the people know where they can find you, how they can get in contact with you, where they can go check out the videos, Thinking Ball Out, where they can go get everything.
Well, they can check out the videos on our YouTube page, Hip Hop Motivation YouTube page. If you you can put in Damon Dash and you'll see the logo pop up, the logo that's right here on my chest. Click on that. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. You can hit me up on Instagram at hip_hop_motivator. And that's and then you can also you can hit us up. Let's put my email address out there, man. People have questions, hiphopmotivation01@gmail.com. You know, keep your questions brief too, you know, because it gets crazy sometimes. Like I say on the videos, a lot of paragraphs, brothers, a lot of paragraphs, man. We ain't got time for all that. It's crazy.
2 sentences.
Yeah, just keep it simple, man. Keep it simple. But and man, if you know, you'll see us around, man. We're gonna be doing a lot of events. We're gonna be touring. Dame and I have actually our first speaking engagement is next week in North Carolina, and then we're doing the Popperton University out.
Yeah. I remember saying that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's you know,
Yeah.
it's real.
I'm ready for that.
Hip Hop Motivation University right behind it.
Right.
There it
So,
is.
you know, we coming.
I saw that
we coming.
interview.
That's saying, 'cause, you know, I don't get a chance to talk too much. I let Dame do his thing, but you know,
It's all
that's my
about
main
you,
man,
man.
50 grand for
Drop
real.
it.
Yeah, definitely.
Hip Hop Motivation, you feel me? Hip Hop Squad, we pulling up in that thing. You already know.
Easy.
I feel like Dame was probably your most influential person. Like,
Nah, well, my most influential person was my parents. You know what I'm saying? My mother and my father. You know, but as far as after, man, I've met so many influential people being a barber, man. I'm talking about people that just was.
but who do you feel like is the person that helped you get that balance where you can be that strong person that stand for what you want in your whole outline of your brand, but still be able to have that respect level from the people that's around you?
My
You
mother,
see what I'm saying?
my mother, she's an alpha female. I have a. My mom's is an alpha female, so I don't know if I know
there
about
it
alpha
is.
females.
It's always the woman.
My mom, yeah, I never seen my mom
No
get
power.
done any kind of way by any man. She used to charge people to the game and wouldn't cry. I seen
Still
people
get that
buy
respect.
thousands of dollars of gifts for us and pop up at the house, and my mom wouldn't let them in because they didn't call first.
Wow.
And then he'd be like, well, I ain't gonna mess with you. So be it. I'm doing homework with my kids. If somebody calls, I'll call you back, and they keep calling, she'll turn the phone off. I had one of those mothers, so I didn't have those insecurities growing up, you know.
There we go.
And so I'm kind of like that with
switch and you looking for a hug right now.
yeah. And she didn't do a lot of. She didn't do yelling. She didn't do hitting. You know, I have an aunt that's a child psychologist. I have school teachers in my family. So my sister's a school teacher. So. You know, it's only right.
My family's full of school teachers.
Yeah.
The
And
funny
when you
part
have
is I do hair too, so it's like,
Oh, okay,
so I
yeah.
definitely understand. Like, They just start telling you about
And as you know, there's so many influential people that come through the salon. Yeah, you hear so many stories and see so many different people, man. Like it's amazing being a barber or beautician. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like literally, you're doing case studies all day long. You're hearing some of the wackest things to the dopest things.
You do become a psychiatrist, though. I really feel you do.
Yeah, and it helps you. It helps you.
It does help you grow.
Man. That's real dope. Anybody else? Shouts out?
Nah. I'm good.
I could do a shout out, man.
Oh, yeah,
I want to shout, man, for sure,
plugging.
man. I want to shout out my children first and foremost.
Hey.
You know,
Dang, you just made me. Oh, I got to
saying. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout my girl
young
Michelle
Bill
out.
Slugger.
Michelle, boss lady. You know what I'm saying? She's a star of The Secret to Ballin'. You're going to see her. Character's name is Amina. It's a docudrama. Shout out Carolyn Gentle, who is the heart and soul of the company. She's already in the corner filming, you know what I'm saying?
Niggas.
And on the real, I want to shout out Raquel Horn. That's my homeboy's girl. That's Dame's girl. And you know, to be honest with you, without her in his life, Dame's life would look a lot different without Rocky in his life. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the one he brought on camera?
Oh yeah, Rocky is amazing. She's also the artist of the Culture Vultures book cover. She's an artist on that.
Nice.
She's an artist. She's a photographer. A beautiful lady. Nice spirit. Love her to death. Shout out to Damon Dash, of course. You know what I'm saying? And for allowing us to give these videos to the people, man. And it's a pleasure for Dame, man. You don't know. Like Dame loves it.
He spills.
Like at first, you know, Dame sometimes he try to front a little bit like it ain't nothing, but Dame loves it.
Yeah, and we love it as well.
Yeah,
we can't.
feeding us.
You opening us up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pause to a whole nother.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Word. Shout out to the Breakfast Club for that interview. That was an amazing interview, man. DJ Envy, Charlamagne. Shout out to DJ Vlad, man. Like I love Vlad, man. He's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? You know, and man, shout out to all the haters, man, because your polarity is good. I mean, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that in a bad way. No, it's a polarity, man. You're gonna have that, man. It's a part of the game, man. I love it. Thanks for the support, haters.
All day.
I love that. I love it too.
Radio.
It's all God. It's all God. It's all good.
Well, nevertheless, it's been a great show as usual. You can follow up at www.plainsandpalmtrees.com. Hit us up if you got some songs, some videos, shoot them our way.
Shit.
Not get at, but the only hip hop show at gmail.com. And please make sure it is that dope stuff. Other than that, man, it's been a pleasure. If no one else has anything else to say, we will have you guys tune in next week. It was a pleasure having you. We're grateful. We're appreciative. Peace.
Squad.
Nice.
Hold on. Turn the music off. Fuck everything. I just wanted to shout out to the hip hop squad, especially Dane Diesel bringing Kenyatta in the building. You know what I'm saying?
All day, baby.
Number one. What was that? Maybe want to freestyle right now, but okay. Before we leave, I want to play this song that I made yesterday.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody a wrestling fan over here, but Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania 31, he lost, but he didn't get pinned. So, yeah, but when he was suplexing Roman Reigns, this guy says Suplex City, and I ain't gonna say the B word, you know what I mean? But that's not, I'm a respectful guy, but yeah. So I made, it was expiring, so there was a lot of Suplex City tracks out there, so I made one from, thought it would be cool, from DJ Snake and Lil Jon's Turned Down for What? So I flipped it and called it Suplex for What? So hope you guys suplex for what? So hope you guys enjoy.